Welcome back to another installment of DNA Sports Talk, where we bring you talk of sports all around the globe. Today, we're going to talk about the MLB and specifically the Angels and the White Sox. So let's hop right in with the Angels.
Wait, before I want to introduce Jay Saf, filling in for Ian tonight. Go, Jay
Yeah,
Saf.
What's up, Jay
unfortunately,
Saf?
Ian couldn't make it tonight,
He's
and
eating
Jack is
dinner.
filling in, and you're going to see a lot of him in the future. So let's hop right in with the Rendon edition. How do you guys feel about the reigning World Series MVP joining the
Wow,
Angels?
this was a great addition to the Angels. Absolutely amazing. Rendon, right in the middle of his prime, coming right off the full World Series. It's just amazing. Like his hitting, his fielding, an all-around athlete. I think it's an amazing addition for the Angels.
I think the only player that can even compare to his talent has to be what's his name? Arenado from
I
Colorado.
was
And
gonna say-
Arenado's playing in Colorado where it's easy to hit home runs.
The
Well,
thing about
here's
go
the
ahead.
difference between the. I'm sorry, Alex. Go. You want me to go?
Go for it.
Here's the difference between Arenado and Rendon. Everyone thought Rendon was settled in Washington, which I personally thought he was. I was very surprised when he didn't extend with the Nationals. But Rendon seems very, very comfortable in Colorado, and I think he'll stick there for the rest of his
You
career.
mean
Yeah,
Arenado?
Arenado.
Arenado,
Arenado.
my mistake. I'm sorry. But yeah, Arenado will probably be on the Rockies for the rest of his career. Rendon, he'll probably bounce around, but for the time being, I think he'll be a secret weapon for the Angels.
Didn't he just sign a huge contract?
You never know what could happen. Huge contract. Look at Michael Jordan on the Bulls for all of his prime, and then spent one year on the Wizards. Like that could happen.
I want to backtrack though.
We can get old and then switch his team.
I want to backtrack though, where Jack mentioned that that Rendon, you thought he was going to stick in Washington. There are many examples, not just in the MLB, but in all of sports, of guys winning championships and then jumping ship. You have Daniel Murphy,
Oh,
made the
absolutely.
World Series with the Mets. The next season, he signed with the division rivals. The same thing it's not just in the
NBA.
MLB. LeBron James wins a championship with the Cavs. I mean, he stayed there for a little longer, but then he ended up it's his hometown team, and he still
With
jumped ship.
Kawhi last year.
Yeah, Kawhi won a championship and then moved to LA.
I mean, even Albert Pujols on
Exactly.
the Angels right now, he was on the Cardinals, and he left right after they won the World Series.
Exactly, Saf. So my point is, you can never really predict. I don't care how successful, how many awards, accolades, championships, whatever. You can never predict someone staying on the same team. You do have guys like that. You have guys like Derek Jeter, like Michael Jordan. I mean, he played 1 year in the Wizards, but he's a bull for life.
Wait,
And
I
I
just
don't
want to go
think
back to Albert Pujols. Am I pronouncing that right?
Pujols.
Yes.
Pujols.
Pujols.
Pujols. Is he the starting first baseman for LA this year?
He is. So
I think so, yes.
let's dive into Pujols.
Let's dive
Last
into
year,
him. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
talk
so
about him.
he's a little bit older. I mean, there's no denying that. But, I mean, he's still playing 130 games. He's still hitting over 20 home runs. He's a solid producer. He hit almost 250 last year, which from a guy like Pujols, he was like towards the end of
I
his
can't
career.
see. Let me see.
Take off the glasses right now.
I gotta see
Everyone
my
viewing
chart.
at home, the glasses are fake. Okay, so anyway,
All
Pujols.
right, I don't need glasses.
I mean, Pujols had 120 hits. He was top 5 on the team, it looks like. So my point is, he may be older, but that doesn't mean he can't still produce. He and Trout over
Average
the
was
past 5
decent.
years, they've been a dynamic duo, and I think adding Rendon.
Hold on. I'm looking at Albert's games played in the 2019 season. 131 is a very large number. You said he's a veteran?
That's what I'm saying. He's a
Yeah.
veteran, but he can still produce.
He seems very, very consistent.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's
So
look at
him and
his,
Trout have been
at
amazing. But then
runs. 55,
adding
that's pretty
Rendon,
good.
I don't think the Angels are quite there yet for like serious contenders. But I think if Trout has as good a year as people are expecting, and if Rendon can keep up the way he's been playing, I don't see how the Angels don't win their
I
division.
think we need to talk about pitching for the Angels quickly.
Yeah, let's go to Ohtani.
Yes, definitely.
Saf,
So,
would you start us off with your thoughts on Shohei Ohtani?
I think he's very good. I think it was helpful for him to focus more on hitting last season because now I think he's going to be a great hitter and he can focus more on his pitching.
Yeah,
Coming
so
off
I think
Tommy
he
John,
can definitely
am I
be
correct?
at the top of the rotation.
I mean,
Really?
obviously he didn't pitch last year because of the surgery, but 2 years ago, let's look at 2018. He had a 1.16 whip and a 3.31 ERA. He went 4-2, which I mean, for someone who's for their first year in the MLB, those aren't bad numbers. But from all the hype from him coming over Japan, it was a little underwhelming. I mean, don't get me wrong, he won Rookie of the Year. He still had a great season. But from what everyone was expecting, he was a little bit stepped down from there. But with,
Absolutely.
obviously, with the
Yeah,
break
he
from
had some
pitching and with the break from pitching and this obviously current delay in baseball, he's gonna come back. And if I'm a hitter and I'm in the batter's box with Shohei Ohtani on the mound, I'm scared because
Plus, have you seen those pictures of how big his arms are now?
Yeah, he's gonna
Yeah,
destroy.
he's gonna be
All right.
great.
I think we have to move on to projections. So, Alex,
I just
you
wanna
wanna-
add one more thing.
Wait. We gotta talk about Mike Trout.
What is there
We
to
have
say?
to
He's the
talk
best
about
player in
Mike Trout.
baseball. He
You
has
already
been
know
and he
this.
will be. I want to add one more thing.
There it
Aside
is,
from-
folks. The best player in baseball, Mr. Michael Trout. Is it Michael?
I mean, I guess, but no one calls him that.
Well, why don't we
But
go?
I want to say,
Why don't we
besides,
call Mike? Why don't we call
Trout,
Mike?
if you can see this, I'm sorry if I called you Michael, Mr. Mikey Trout. Mikey Trout.
no, I just want to say, besides Otani, the rest of the rotation and
Not
pretty
great.
much all of the bullpen isn't
Not
there
great.
yet. And I think
Not
if
great.
they can make some moves,
Especially the bullpen.
exactly. I think if they make some moves and sign some veterans and people that really know what they can do, especially in the playoffs, the Angels. I could see the Angels making an okay playoff run in the next couple of years.
All right.
Next 2
Alex, you
years.
want to make a prediction?
I say they win 89 games.
All right, JSAF.
I say they win 82 games, and they need to improve their starting pitching.
I agree completely.
That's a fair
Jack,
point.
you want to go?
81 games. They have to improve their starting pitching and their consistency of a rotation in the relief pitching area.
I'm going to give them 79 games. They have
Wow.
the hitting's down, but pitching's the most important thing in baseball, I believe. So.
You don't think
And
they
remember,
win 80
they're in
games?
the
That's interesting.
they're in the American League. In the American League, the designated hitter position is going to be both leagues this year, correct?
Yes.
Universal.
That takes away the advantage
Yes.
of having Otani, really.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's
All
move
right.
on. Let's talk about the White Sox. Obviously, they've made some good additions. They have some good rookies
Oh,
coming up out of the
absolutely.
farm system.
They got Robert coming up this year. He's
Mhm.
gonna
That's-
wreak havoc on the league.
They
They have
have
the
Nick-
addition.
They have
Let's
Nick
talk about
their
Madrigal,
prospects
the
for a
second
second.
baseman. He's very good. I like the
Yeah,
addition
Madrigal.
of Yasmani Grandal.
Yes.
Catcher.
Grandal was a huge addition. This is a little bit of an underrated one, and I think the addition of Edwin Encarnacion from the
The
Yankees.
first baseman.
Yes.
Well, he's probably gonna be
That's
in a
big.
designated
He'll
hitter
probably be a
role.
designated hitter. I agree.
Yeah. So I
Then-
mean, look,
then
is he
Jose.
he's Jose Abreu. Yes, he's
Abreu.
very good, but I want to focus on Encarnacion.
Mhm.
He is obviously he's not going to be an all-star. He's not going to be the best player on the team. But you look at his stats. He had 34 home runs last year. I think he's one of
That's
those
good.
underrated players in all of the MLB. I think if he produces the way he produced last year, the White Sox are winning their division and making it far in the playoffs.
I remember the hype the Yankees got when they. Saf, you're the only Yankee fan in the
Yes.
bundle here, but you remember the Encarnacion hype
Yeah.
when he first came.
Yes.
I have
He's
his
a
batting
great
glove up in
contact
my
hitter.
room. Encarnacion's batting
He's a
glove up
great
in my
hitter.
room.
All right. I think we need to move on to the pitching additions of Keuchel and Gonzalez.
Those are huge.
Well, here are my
Two
thoughts
very
on Keuchel.
decent pitchers. That's
Yeah.
that's
But
really
they're
all you
both
need
veterans.
for a
They know
good.
they've been there before. They know what they're doing.
Yep.
Thing about
That
Keuchel,
being
though.
said,
great
Wait,
years.
whoa, everyone relax. Has never been the same since he made the World Series with Houston. And there's no secret there. He
Yes.
wasn't the same on the Braves. He was very good, but he wasn't the Dallas Keuchel we were used to.
He for sure had a bit of a down year last year.
But
But-
he's
Absolutely.
still a
and then-
great player.
Exactly. And I think with a fresh start and new location, new team, and who knows, he's probably going to get more run support this year than he did last year.
100%. 100%.
I think he's going to
I gotta disagree on that one. Yes, the White Sox have prospects, but the Braves had Freddie Freeman and Ronald Acuna. I mean, how
okay,
much run
but you
support
have
can you get?
on the White Sox, you have Grandal, you have Abreu, you have
Jimenez and Robert.
I
and
like the addition of Nomar
you have
Mazara,
Mancada.
too. He's a good.
You're right. You're absolutely
Yes.
right. Now that I think
but
about it.
overall, I'm just looking at the stats from last season from their 5 pitchers. None of them had a sub-3 ERA, which is to me it's a little concerning.
Take a
And
look.
honestly,
I'm
I
looking
don't
at
think
Robert's stats. He tore up the minor leagues. He hit 328 batting average and 32 home runs. That's
which
like
is
McNeil's batting
Well-
average and 16 more home runs.
I want to go
17
back to the
17 more.
ERAs. None of them are sub 3. They're sub 4, but like these are
two of
scary.
their guys aren't even sub 5. But I want to go back to the point we were talking about Robert. We saw him
Yep.
tear up AAA, right? But that's
Mhm.
AAA. We have no idea if this guy's going to be a boom or bust in the major league. Saf,
Look
I
at
want to hear your
Jimenez.
opinion.
Look at Jimenez. They brought him up last year. That's going to be one crazy outfield.
It's going to be, yeah, I agree. I think it's,
Jimenez, Robert, and Massaro.
but Saf, I want to hear your opinion on Robert. Boom or bust?
I think he's a boom. I like that lineup. It's a lot of there's a good mix of veterans and young players.
It's a great way of putting it.
Oh, yeah,
So-
I actually agree with that.
Wait,
It's like-
Jimenez had 31 home runs in the minor leagues.
No, major leagues.
He was in the major leagues last year.
Yeah, he was a
Yeah.
rookie last year.
I want
I
to
got to learn more about
focus.
these.
There's a burning question right here. This is a hot take right here.
Mhm.
Is Jose Abreu a top 5 first baseman in the American League?
Not
Who
yet.
else is there? We got to think.
He had 33 home runs, hit 284. He
He's
also
a very
played,
he's an underrated player.
he played 160 games last year. You're getting that much production out of a veteran. I don't
Yeah.
see how.
He had 284 with 33 home runs. He's very
Oh,
underrated.
Jose Abreu. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I say he's a top 5
First
first baseman in the AL.
I'll agree
Well,
with
who
that.
else is there? I want to go back to Daniel's point. Who else would there be?
It's hard to say with all the changes going around right now, but I'd say Abreu's up there.
Hmm.
It's not really many. I mean,
I-
I'd say like maybe Matt Olson.
Matt
Carlos
Olson is. I think he's the
Santana.
best.
oh yeah, Santana. He might be the best.
I'm trying to think of some other.
What about Albert Pujols? Is he still up there?
I'm not sure. He hasn't
He's
been.
top 10. I wouldn't say.
That's
Yeah, I
great.
think he's top 10. But he also, he has such a legacy.
Yeah,
He's a first ballot Hall of Famer for sure.
definitely.
Who's
I mean-
playing first?
100%.
Who's playing first for the Yankees these days?
For the Yankees, Luke Voigt.
Luke
Voigt.
Voigt.
I
He
don't
might be
see-
up there. He absolutely might be
don't
up
see
there.
him developing into a superstar caliber player. I think he's a
No.
good he's good for filling the hole right now, but I think they need to either get a veteran to kind of mix up the diversity, or
They had Encarnacion last year. I think
Right,
they
but-
should put LeMahieu at first.
They did that a little bit last year too.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be a
why
little
would
bit
they-
different with Gregorius gone.
let's
I'm
go back.
sorry,
Let's go
keep
back
it
to the
in.
White
No,
Sox.
I'm sorry to keep the Yankee conversation going, but why would they get rid of Edwin Encarnacion for Luke Voigt? That doesn't make sense to me.
Well, they didn't get rid of him.
I don't really know.
He just walked. He walked.
He walked.
Right.
Yeah.
Who wants to leave New York City for the Chicago White Sox? I know I wouldn't.
Well,
The
the White
White
Sox have one of
Sox
the most
team.
promising futures in
They're
MLB.
young. They're young.
Not as young as the Yankees.
Not as young
Yes,
as
they have a lot
Yankees.
of they have more good prospects than the Yankees, but the Yankees were the number 1 seed going into the 2020 season, and
No.
you can't argue that.
No, the young. They're the White Sox are the youngest team in the MLB, I believe.
I'd
Yes,
say them and
But
them.
the Yankees are the most promising.
Maybe
Aside
this
from
year, but not next year.
No. I want to say in the next 5 years, in 5 years from today, the 2 best teams in the MLB are going to be the White Sox and the Blue Jays. And how many years
Is
do you
that
think
from?
Encarnacion has in him? 2, 3, 4, 5?
Let me see how old he is.
How old is Encarnacion?
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah.
I think he maybe has like 1 or 2 left. But I have to check
That's
how
it?
old he is.
No,
'Cause
there's
I'm
a
pretty sure
reason he
he's in like
signed.
his mid-30s.
No, but there's a reason he signed with the White Sox. He knows. He obviously knows what
Oh,
he's
he's
doing. so does his
37.
agent.
Yeah, he's
He's
37
37.
years old.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd say
37. I thought you said
3
40.
years
Alright.
at the most.
Guys, I'm sorry to do this. We have to wrap it up.
Predictions.
Yep, predictions. Let's
They
go.
win.
I think 100 wins.
No. I was thinking more
I
like the
believe him.
85-90 range. I'd say
I believe 100
I'd say
wins.
like 86. I'd say 87. I'm giving them 87 wins.
I think 93. I think with the addition of the 2 new pitchers with Giolito, and then all the prospects coming up and Encarnacion, I can't see them winning less than 90. So I'm gonna go 93 wins.
I'm just
You
going to
know,
say
I'm going to change my
85.
prediction.
Jack,
I'm sorry, Seth.
Saf was. Go ahead, Saf.
I
I'm
understand.
going to say 85 because I think they're going to have a tough time with the Twins and Indians in that division.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
What
I
are
have
they?
one
The
more-
Central?
before we
AL
wrap-
Central?
Yes, AL Central.
Before
right,
we
guys.
wrap up, I want to ask a question. This is
Yeah.
I want to hear your guys' opinions on this. This season, if there is one, or the next full season, who hits more home runs, Grandal or Abreu? Because last season Grandal had 28, Abreu had 33. But obviously with Grandal switching cities, it's hard to tell. And Abreu's just getting older and older. So who hits more home runs?
I don't think it matters what city you're in. Well, let's think about
If you're
how
not in
far-
Colorado, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm
I go
taking
Grandal.
Grandal.
I say
I also
Grandal
say
as
Grandal.
well.
Yeah.
I
I'm
think
gonna
it
take
doesn't matter.
Abreu. I think Abreu's been more consistent
What?
recently in the power numbers.
Yep.
Okay, so I think that's all the time we have for today. Be sure to subscribe and like the video to let us know you like our content.
Yep.
Comment down below what teams we should do next. And
Yeah,
stay safe,
right.
stay healthy.
We'll read every comment.
Yep. And
If
don't
you
forget,
have a suggestion, tell us and we'll use the suggestion.
and we have a giveaway going at 100 subscribers, so be sure to
Yep.
smash the subscribe button.
Once we hit 100, we'll release what the giveaway is.
All right. Thank you,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye, J Saf.